Does your case have to go to trial, or can it be resolved another way? Let's explore options. Number one, if you're charged with domestic violence in Indiana, you could always take a plea deal. Let's always do that. That's a possibility. You can do that. Even if the state is not offering a plea, you can plead open to the judge. But the problem with the plea deal is, depending on what's negotiated, you may or may not like what's in that. Most people I know do not want to be a convicted domestic batterer. That's not their game plan. That's not their 5-year plan. So people oftentimes want to fight that. Additionally, if you plead guilty to domestic violence and there is a domestic violence determination, you can no longer have a firearm. And if this ever happens again, it's going to be an upper level felony. It's also very stigma attached to domestic violence. It's not fun. Nothing like being convicted wife beater. That's not fun at all. Now, so that's a plea to domestic violence. There is ability to maybe plead to some other charge that doesn't involve domestic violence, that does not involve a domestic violence determination. There's options: regular old battery, domestic violence, criminal recklessness. There's all sorts of options that maybe we can remove the domestic from the domestic violence situation. The second option is, hey, you know what? Let's do a trial. Put your money where your mouth is, state. Prove beyond a reasonable doubt that my client did this. And that is a powerful tool, because oftentimes when the state of Indiana knows an attorney will go to trial if they need to, they become much more reasonable what they're willing to offer. There's always an option for some sort of diversion, deferment, but domestic battery oftentimes is not offered that, because there's this victim, there's typically a victim advocate, there's a trained prosecutor unit for domestic violence. There's just so many hurdles to getting a diversion or deferment. And that's not saying it does not happen, but there are lots of hurdles for that. So not every domestic violence case goes to trial, but a lot do, because the unwaveringness of the prosecutor. But I will tell you, we have gotten a lot of amazing deals once we are ready for trial and we're heading in that direction. Typically, prosecutors become much more reasonable.